One of those questions I get asked a fair bit is, Acorn, where's the RMC video you promised you make? And, well, this is both that video and an explanation of why I'm not making an RMC video. For reference, I like RMC. I have fun playing it, and I most of the time enjoy it. The players on it are nice, the gameplay is fun, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Here's the problem though. I play Space Station 14 to fuck around and see stupid shit happen. I like to screw around. I like to do dumb shit. I like to run up to a security officer, publicly announce myself as Alpha Wizard Supreme, challenge them to a magical duel, and then proceed to get batoned to death. I like running up to the Dookie and politely asking them to stop before getting shot in the face. I like telling the Hoss that he's a massive piece of shit, he smells bad, and I'm going to eat his entire liver. I like doing dumb shit. I like when science explodes. I like fucking up an Atmos because it's fun. I like fucking up as different antagonists. I like causing mayhem. Even as a non-antagonist, I enjoy the chaos of Space Station. I enjoy the funny stuff of Space Station. RMC is, and this is probably not going to break any new turf here, everyone knows this, RMC is not Space Station 14. RMC is RMC. See, let's say, like, hypothetically, I joined a new server that I wanted to, make a review of and tell you people at home, hey, would I play on this server? Do I think you'd enjoy it if you'd enjoy some sort of gameplay style? Etc., etc. And the situation is, I would probably say RMC has amazing gameplay, which it does. It's very combat-oriented, which it is. And if you like combat-oriented gameplay and low roleplay, which, yes, I know it's an MMP server, but I'll get to that. And if you enjoy high pop, which, again, this is ultra high pop, so we'll get to that again, then you'll probably enjoy RMC. However, if I told you that the roleplay on it sucks, and oftentimes when you interact with people, it's annoying and tedious and they don't want to roleplay, I would say, well, I'd say that, and then RMC would go like, yeah, that's the point. That's why we play on it. Because, again, RMC is a different game than Space Station 14. Essentially, if you try and play RMC as a role-playing game and fuck around and do dumb shit on the station or whatever, you're essentially throwing the round, because there is a win con. Every round, there's a win con. And I know I've talked a lot about win cons in Space Station previously, but for RMC, it works. Like, okay, I hate nuclear operatives as a game mode in normal servers because it turns the game to a TDM shitfest game mode where whoever wins is determined by whoever power games and role plays the least. RMC, that's the same thing, except there's a consent here. Like, okay, if I tell you I'm gonna walk up to you and slap you in the face, and you're like, sure, then I slap you in the face, fair enough. If I tell you I'm gonna walk up to you and shake your hand, and then I slap you in the face, that's assault. It's consent that matters. It's getting into what you are expecting and then proceeding to have that expectation met. When you play a normal round of Space Station, pretty much every antagonist, Cindy's, thieves, heretics, changelings, are all usually singular antagonists whose win condition has a wide variety of methods to get to it. Nukies have one win condition, and it's taking out the captain, stealing their disc, and then detonating the nuke. There's no other goal for nuclear operatives, so you know exactly what they're going to do, and because you know exactly what they're going to do, and the Nukies know exactly what they're going to do, it turns into a team deathmatch game mode. Which, again, TDM is fine, but it's the fact that it turns into a TDM game mode instead of always being a TDM game mode. RMC solves the problem that Nukies have of turning into a TDM game mode by just being a TDM game mode. That's all it is. Like, again, the gameplay every round will always be everyone has guns, everyone on the Xenos is trying to kill you, and whoever wins has their tactics better. And that's the point. It's good. Now to get on to why I personally don't like RMC. Let's talk player impact. On a high-pop server, making impact as any particular character is usually restricted to one of the command roles or particular roles like Detective, Warden, Magistrate, NTR, stuff like that. If you want to make a major impact on the round as an assistant, you probably have to be an antagonist. And that's normal. That's fine. I see no issue with that. The problem is, and I'm going to mention Starlight here, not because there's anything wrong with Starlight. This is, again, a reason why I stopped playing on Starlight. Ultra high pop is there's kind of just too much happening for you to matter. And, again, unless you're playing a command role, you don't matter. At all. Straight up. And how that compares to RMC results in two things. If you're playing a Xeno, you either have to be ultra robust, know exactly what you're doing, and know precisely how to counter whatever dipshit Marines come your way. You have pretty good impact on the round, but you need to be ultra robust if you wanted a massive impact on the round. And then there's the Marines, where the only real role that has a massive impact upon, like, the entire game and the chance to actually make a huge difference. And I'm probably going to get called unskilled, and yes, if you're robust enough, you could probably make a big difference, but in general, it's the weapon specialists, the smart gunners, and the captain. That's it. Everyone else, you kind of just run into a clockwork issue where you have what's expected of you, you do that, if you don't, you're throwing, and you don't have the skill expression to be able to do it effectively enough to make the round matter. The next thing I have with RMC is, well, it's friggin' impossible to learn. I'm going to mention a game that you've probably heard of, two games actually, Counter-Strike and Valorant. I enjoy shooters. I like shooters a lot. I like TF2, I play Deadlock, I like Wildgate, even though Wildgate is, need a lot more time with the burner. I like shooters, I like Titanfall, but here's the thing, I cannot get behind tactical shooters, sorry I got the hiccups, tactical shooters, like Valorant and Counter-Strike, because of the single death problem. Where, basically, if early in the round you fuck up once, and then you die, you're out of the round. Effectively. Now, this is a much bigger issue on RMC because one Marine death means you are permanently out of the game. And same with one Xeno death. Now, you can, of course, spawn in as parasites and shit and all that crap, but, like, I don't really want to half the time. And it takes so long to be able to spawn in because they need to prevent, bullshit fucking people going through and being like, ha ha ha, I spawn in with knowledge of Marine tactics and I kill Marine, ha ha, wee. But, like, the other issue is, I don't want to wait for like 30 fucking minutes just to play for 5 fucking minutes. Get, like, Pro Smasher Xeno Queen pushed and then immediately die. Nobody wants to do that. That's boring as shit. So, what's the solution here? Well, there isn't one. The people who like RMC probably like that. And that's fine. That's their own opinion. I just don't. However, I do think RMC could have a game mode similar to Foxhole. A semi-persistent mode which can last for basically forever, with rounds lasting 5 hours, unlimited respawns, and a lot less, like, tax on metacomming and metagaming, and a lot less, like, requirements to try hard. Basically, a casual slop fest, where people just shoot each other, die, and then live again after, like, 2 seconds. I think that could be a really good game mode. I think that should be added, frankly. Because I'd play that a lot more if I have the opportunity to fuck around with rounds lasting forever, nobody really giving a shit about who wins or who loses, and just everyone trying their best despite it all. Now, I've been a fair bit negative about RMC, so let's talk about things I do like. RMC has quite possibly the best combat of any server. No, not quite possibly, it does. Ship combat might be useful on, you know, Frontier and Monolith especially, but RMC's combat is just clean. I really think RMC could 100% just have rounds where it's Marines v Marines, because the guns and how they function with each other, especially how they function against the Xenos, they feel so nice. Like, straight up. If you don't know what prediction is, prediction essentially says that when you click on a guy to shoot at them, and your client says it hits, it then hits the target. A lot of servers have this, and instead use server-side calculations, where you tell the server you shoot, and then once the server responds, you shoot. This makes aiming with any kind of weapon next to impossible. And the reason that, like, detectives' weapons, like the revolver, the Hristov especially, the Hristov is the biggest impacted by this, is because there is no prediction on most servers. RMC has prediction, and oh my god, added to every server. Holy shit, I would much rather get hit from behind a corner than be completely unable to aim with anything besides a fucking, like, shotgun or 300 mag or bullet per hour guns. Bullet per hour? Bullet per minute, Jesus. Straight up. It's good. It's great. I like it. Another thing, the medical system is actually really, really good. See, medical in Space Station has this issue where it's either way too annoying to heal someone from something that should be probably recoverable from, like, someone getting flash broiled takes forever to fix. Someone getting hit by a single nade is probably just completely round removed. Which, that's not fun. Nobody likes that. RMC has non-issues with this, actually, because of the way medical works. You can heal people, you can heal them out of death relatively quickly, but the thing that takes the most amount of time to cure is getting parasited. Essentially, someone shoves an alien in you, and you're officially on a timer where, if you manage to get back to your crew, you could probably get sent back up to the Alamo, have it extracted, but if you don't, then you just explode and get larvaed and die. Oh, here's one thing that they should add. When you are a Marine, and you get larvaed, when the larva pops, become the larva. There's probably like a billion reasons why that hasn't been done, but I think that could solve a lot of problems. I think that could make the act of dying much less frustrating. Although, of course, you'd have those people that, like, die immediately, and then just fucking go, okay, well, I guess I could be a Xeno now, dum-de-dum. But, I don't know, I feel like it could solve several issues that I have, especially with the issues of, holy shit, why do the rounds take 2 fucking hours? Next good thing, though, and I think I really like, cargo matters. Cargo matters a lot here. Everything cargo does matters so much, and I like it. I like that the QM and the cargo techs get to actually supply the Marines instead of cargo like in normal space station.
Security level elevated to blue. Potentially hostile activity on board.
That's another thing. Ares is really good. Anyway, instead of cargo just being, hey, what's up? We're salvage. We got all the mats in the entire fucking universe. And, hey, what's up? We're cargo. You want like 500 moth roaches? There's actually pressure on the cargo department to consistently supply the Marines, because if you run out of bullets, you run out of shit. And if you manage to save enough money, then guess what? You get to order some cool shit, like additional smart guns, or mortars, or orbital bombardments. That's another thing. The audio and, like, impact behind pretty much every gun in the game is fantastic. Getting, like, your ears deafened by a nade, or the queen screaming, and the way the autopilot, or not the autopilot, fucking, I read what that guy was saying, and I'm like, oh, we're doing autopilot now. the way the audio design functions and flows with the gameplay helps with immersion so much. It's so good. Another thing I will say, there's a lot of good roleplay that comes from just accidentally fucking up. Like hell, this like fucking drills over here is like talking to me and having some fun roleplay with me just because I blew up the kid with a nade earlier, which yeah, I'm not good at RMC. I'm not gonna pretend to be. I'm pretty shit. But it's pretty fun. RMC is a fun game. And I'm probably never gonna make an official Fork or Spork station review, video on it because everything I'd have to say about it would just get responded with hey, yep, that's what we got here, and we like it. Yep. And that's good. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, RMC is very, very good. And that's all I have with the video, Hopefully that answers the question a lot of people ask of why do you not make RMC video? Because RMC is its own thing, and it doesn't need to change or improve. I'd like to thank Wakefield H, User Face Test, Loltar, Some Kitty Cat, North Star, Pledge of 123, Weapon Sword, Fib, and Timo, and Sather Lapin. Spoiler shout down below. Get some cool stuff. Get videos. Suggest what videos I make, which channel members. You can suggest me videos, and I'm much more likely to do yours. And that's it for this video. Subscribe, all that crap. Bye.